Hi, this is Angela, and I'm going to be talking more about the economic analysis, specifically the channel of distribution. So when it comes to retailers, there was 1,203 grocery market businesses in UK as of 2022, and the size of the grocery market was 211.9 billion British pounds in 2021. The markup is normally between 33 to 40% margin. And then they mostly use card in the UK because the use of cash has gone down by 10%. And when it comes to scale of operation, the top 4 grocery chains are Tesco, Sainsbury, Asda, which I believe used to be Aldi, and Morrisons. Or at least I think Asda is the UK version of Aldi in 2021. And they operate on a large scale. Their role is a grocery focus, but some supermarket chains have branched into convenience stores. When we talk about wholesalers, there was a recorded number of 17,294 wholesalers in 2021, and the market size was 35.9 billion British pounds. That was just wholesalers in general, not specifically for the grocery industry. Wholesale margins on non-perishable food in the UK, which is, I'm assuming Ziploc bags would be considered a non-perishable food via grocery standards. I couldn't really find anything that was specifically about, food packaging, so I thought that it must be under non-perishable foods, so the markup for that would be 20 to 25% by wholesale middlemen. And then, as of course I said earlier, the interchange or the card method is preferred, which is another reason why is because the interchange fee is higher. So changing from US dollar to British pounds would be more expensive. When it comes to import and exporting agents, according to the International Trade Administration, most US exporters to the UK sell their products via distributors who purchase goods directly from the manufacturer with the intent of reselling them to third parties. Of course, you can still find agents, as most use custom brokers. It's more likely that people will use custom brokers to get their goods through customs. And I wanted to show you how accessible importing and exporting agents are if that you wanted to get them. I was using a website called Europages, and I saw 89 businesses when tagged UK wholesalers and importing and exporting agents. But the main thing people are using is custom brokers to help through customs. When it comes to warehousing, it's generally private warehouses that are owned by the traders to store their goods, and they're operated by the traders themselves, or they have a specialist who outsources contracts. The penetration of urban and rural markets are currently dominated by new competitors like Amazon, when it was dominated by wholesalers before. So because of this, wholesalers have to grow digitally. The International Trade Administration suggests an omni-channel method, meaning online marketing and offers of delivery options are very popular with consumers in the cities. Well-established local distributors are the key to success, along with evaluating prospective partners carefully. I also worked on the media portion. So the availability of media includes digital news, newspaper, and commercial broadcasting. Most of the media talked about is based on and they're bought and sold on a cost per 1,000 views / listeners basis. So let's just get into it with the television. The prices are lower during a daytime slotted advertisement. On average, 30-second TV advertisements can cost between 1,000 quid / pounds to 2,000 pounds during the daytime, but can rocket during peak times and reach as high as 34,000 pounds. For the radio, it's £2 per listener at one time, so 30 seconds at peak time would be, with 100,000 listeners, would be £200, depending on the time. And like television, if you do it during peak time, it would typically cost more. They also use print there still. They do a cost between £50 to £3,000 per ad, depending on size and publication. And other media that they offer could be billboards. So the cost of billboard advertising generally starts for £170 for a 2-week period on a roadside phone kiosk, and for a more trafficked area, so if there's more viewers, it would be more expensive. For agency assistance in 2021, having a digital market agency do search engine optimization work for an organization costs £394.75 British pounds per day in the UK, and monthly retainer for work done on a long-term basis is normally £901.5. The coverage of various media, with that, what you really need to know is that there's a steep decline in mass audience programs, with many taking to streaming. Live radio is still popular as many people are turning to podcasts. So all the medias that were used before are just taking more of a digital transformation, I would say. The percentage of population reached by each of the media, I wanted to talk about the top 4 channels. So ITV claims 91% of all commercial programs with over 3 million viewers. Channel 4 claims they reach 46 million people monthly. BBC News 24 claims it's watched by 6 million people each week. And Sky in 2019 had 19.8 million viewers on a decreasing viewership trend. Under the marketing plan, I was in charge of defining what the market was. So there are 9 English regions which were established in 1994. The England region includes London, North East, North West, Yorkshire, East Midlands, West Midlands, South West, South East, and East of England, which also includes Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Forms of transportation and communication available in those regions are trains like Eurostar, and then buses, coaches, flights, cars, and taxis, and cycling is also popular in the London region. They have a preference for emails, and that's why stores will send deals via emails. When it comes to consumer buying habits, most UK shoppers get groceries weekly, and they have a upward trend of online shopping and brand loyalty. Product feature preferences are regarding mostly environmentally conscious, as people in the UK will no longer be able to buy single-use plastic plates, bowls, and trays unless they come prepared with food. When it comes to shopping habits, as I said earlier, there's a brand loyalty or a loyal shopper habit. 65% of UK shoppers identify themselves as loyal shoppers, with a preference to shop with retailers they're already familiar with and have experience with. And then 40% of shoppers still use the brick and mortar store instead of online sales. And because of this, a lot of stores are turning to having a buy online and pick up in store method. The distribution of the products, as I said earlier, the top supermarket chains will be the distributors like Tesco, Sainsbury, Asda, Morrisons, and Waitrose. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening.